Latest estimate right now in terms of when this stretch of freeway may reopen is midnight at the earliest. Still a very busy situation out here. You can still see that firefighters and hazmat crews still out here on I-275. Right next to them, the semi-truck that toppled over early this morning, still out here as well, more than 8 hours after this all went down. Chemical spill on the freeway. Hundreds of gallons of a wide variety of chemicals on board this semi-truck when the truck toppled over this morning around 8:45 in the height of the morning rush. The hazmat team called in to assess the spill and clean up the mess.
One of the main ones that are leaking right now is hydrogen peroxide, 35%. There's actually 4 300-gallon totes on there. We've got one that's flipped over, as you can see, on the road, and we've got 3 others that are on its side, actually in the trailer itself, that are leaking some of the product.
Besides the hydrogen peroxide, other chemicals on board include sodium sulfite and chemicals typically used in cleaning supplies for household and industrial detergents. The main concern, what might happen if these chemicals interact with each other. The goal, to clean it all up without any sort of explosion. The smoke you're looking at is a result of transferring a chemical from one container to another.
These aren't too bad, but it's still chemicals. They can leak as they have. They can react with other chemicals or even the metal of the truck, the ground and all that.
The accident happened on the exit ramp from the northbound lanes of I-275 to I-94 in Romulus. The truck was hauling chemicals for PVS Knollwood Chemicals, a subsidiary of the well-known PVS Chemical Company, which has headquarters in Detroit. The driver of the truck says he was clipped by another driver who was trying to exit the freeway at the last moment.
We've provided the response teams with the material safety data sheets and the driver's manifest, so they're aware of what hazardous materials were on site, and they were able to use those to investigate the response and plan their response.
Now, the driver who apparently caused the crash this morning did pull over after the accident happened. That driver was interviewed by state police and could be ticketed. Nobody involved in the actual crash was injured this morning, but a couple of the guys on the crew out here who responded to the cleanup and to the spill itself did have to be treated for heat exhaustion. As we know, incredibly hot out here today, and these men and women out here dressed in their very heavy firefighting equipment. And you can see the guys at the truck right now in their very heavy hazmat suits. Very tough job for everybody out here. Now, in all, about 200 gallons of hydrogen peroxide actually spilled onto the freeway. At this point, all of that has been cleaned up. The leak itself has been contained, and right now these hazmat men and women on the crew are in the trailer truck right now inspecting all of the other containers to see if they are leaking themselves. Again, right now it looks like midnight at the earliest when this stretch of freeway may reopen, but that could change. We're live in Romulus. Michael Rosenfield, Channel 7 Action News.
Wow, still a lot.